Los Morris Springs. It's like a refreshing breath of fresh air, just to sit and listen to the springs go through, rush over the rocks.
It is here where quiet is not merely the absence of sound, but the abundance of nature's subtle silence. A canopy of green where the rolling landscape of the Texas Hill Country finally surrenders to the Trans-Pecos Desert. In a way, Fort Clark and its Los Morris Springs shouldn't be here at all. Crystal clear water, tall shade trees, and a frontier military post, preserved and protected through the centuries.
When you first come into the gate, you cross the creek bridge. You look up and you see a horse surrounded by flags, and you think, wow, what is this place? Let me go back up here first. Move your finger. This house is on Officers Row. It was built in 1874. It was remodeled for the first time in 1930. This is Infantry Barracks, 1869.
This used to be the triplex officers' quarters.
Would make a great home or rental. This was a barracks, Patton Hall, built in the 1870s.
Now, they're not tour guides or history experts, but Debbie Isaacs and Hattie Burleth are real estate agents with an odd assortment of listings. Historic buildings straight from the pages of Texas history that are bought and sold as private homes.
My house was one of the first barracks built here on the fort.
This house was officer quarters. They're built in 1873.
This is the Wainwright house. When this was an active fort, this was the post commander's house, and General Wainwright lived here when he was the post commander with his family.
2 staircases. There's a front staircase and then a back staircase going up from the kitchen area.
6 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
My house would be this one right here.
This is one side of a duplex. It was completed in 1875.
It's got the 18-inch stone walls.
4 fireplaces.
You have to reinvent some of the rules of real estate, I believe, because it's a home that was built 130, 40 years ago. How do you put a price on a home that old?
It's probably one of the very first gated communities in the state of Texas, long before it became fashionable.
It appears Fort Clark has been an active community nestled in a desert oasis since all the way back in 1852. And over the years, some of the most prominent military figures in American history called it home.
Patton was here, Wainwright, George C. Marshall was here, McClellan, who commanded the Union Army in the early stages of the Civil War, he was here, Jeb Stuart, Longstreet, John Bell Hood. Sherman was here, Sheridan was here. These guys cut their teeth here fighting Indians, fighting Comanches, and then went off to their glory in the Civil War.
There's no way you can actually put a price on history.
Now this suite here is where John Wayne stayed for about 5 months with his family when they were filming the movie The Alamo.
One of the previous owners of the house is A.J. Foyt, and when he broke both his legs in the Indianapolis 500, he recovered for 6 months in this room.
Although the parade ground is now a golf course, the original exterior home fronts of Fort Clark are protected as a national historic treasure. And no matter the economy, Debbie says the market for real estate is always rising in this unique neighborhood.
The asking price is $73,500, $52,000. The asking price is $175,000. This is a real estate's dream location. We have a spring-fed swimming pool, one of the largest in the state of Texas. We have a beautiful, wonderful climate. We've got a golf course. What more could you want to be able to sell than a piece of Texas history?
It's just a piece of history. I'm living in the middle of history.
I just feel we'll always be here if good people keep coming and taking care of it.
I'm sitting on the front porch right now, and I think it's a place to rebuild the front porch of America.
under the outstretched arms of giant trees and in the shade of centuries lies a quiet assortment of homes with history that could fill volumes. And it is here Debbie Isaacs and Hattie Burleth help people looking for what you might call a well-established neighborhood in a gated community with an oasis out the back door. Thanks for hopping in and traveling with us. Now click the subscribe button for more videos like the one you just saw.